Well, this situation hitting home with many teams across campus and here at Penn State, and one of those certainly the Penn State men's golf team, which was having a terrific season. We're joined now by their head coach, Greg Nye. Coach, how you holding up?
Oh, we're holding up pretty well. We are doing a lot of stuff online, just like everyone else. I've had a lot of one-on-one calls with the team, and we got the tech stuff going out, and just keeping everyone in the loop. Anything that occurs on campus, we need to relate to them. We're doing so, and those guys back to us.
Well, there's no good time for anything like this to happen, and our thoughts and prayers are with anyone affected. But just in our small world here, and especially with your golf team, you had 9 of 11 players this year that had not started a match before, 6 top 5 finishes already this season. What really impressed you about the growth of your team?
Yeah, that was the big challenge. We had 2 really great leaders, and they stepped up big time. And we're really focused daily on leading, and they had followers. They gained followers because they cared an awful lot about their teammates, and became evident more and more as the season went on. As we faced any kind of super challenges out there, they just seemed to battle very hard, and we got some great finishes, really resulting from the leadership of our team and the way the younger guys followed.
What individuals really jumped out the way that they were playing, especially down the stretch for your team?
Well, you know what? There's a saying in golf: ham and eggs. And one day it's the ham, and the next day it's the egg. Like in our last tournament, our first day, we started off. 4 of the guys weren't great, but Lucas Clark comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Shot even par or under par that first day down at the Dunes Club, and then on the final day, some other guys stepped up, and it made a big difference. Lou Olszakowski was a person who played a major role for us. We had some freshmen step in from time to time and play a role. And then who am I leaving out? James McHugh had some outstanding rounds. So those are those guys who had not ever played a stroke play event for Penn State, and that was a big challenge for us this year. And they grew throughout the year. We knew we'd have some trouble at times. Late fall was hard for us. These guys who had not seen the travel season, like Alec Bard and Ryan Davis, our 2 seniors, we really picked it up this past January, February, March. As you could see in the results, we had some really exciting things happen.
Yeah, one of those results and one of those events I definitely want to talk about is the Big Ten Match Play Championship. Comes down to you and Northwestern at the end. You guys were able to get the first place finish. Oh, you had the tie in there, but we'll leave that part out. Coach, what was it about that event and that performance from your team that was really impressive?
Well, we did do a training trip that got us ready, but winter workouts were outstanding. We did get outside a little bit here in the softer PA winter. That helped, but the focus the guys had day in and day out, going to Florida, excited about playing in that championship and very determined. It just came to the unity of the team as they play in this event. They actually string out in twosomes. So of our 5 players, they're covering about a half a mile out there, but you've got to have some unity and feel the strength of your teammate pulling for you, and they definitely had that, and I think it was a big difference maker for us. The top-ranked team in the tournament was Northwestern, and they had won handily in the morning and were waiting on us, and there we were with this dilemma of being super excited about what we just did, but had to regroup in 10 or 15 minutes and go out and play Northwestern, and we played them right to the wire, like you saw.
Yeah, that speaks volumes to the leadership of the team and also the job that your staff has done. And I think the one reason we really want to make sure that we're checking in and chatting with a lot of coaches is you don't want a season like this to go unrecognized or slip through the cracks. Sure, there are certainly opportunities ahead for a lot of these young men, and the NCAA is doing things for spring sport athletes to try to enhance those opportunities as well. But what was it about this team that deserves that recognition?
One of the things that was really exciting, certainly finishing there in the dark and tying Northwestern on the coast of Florida. But the next week we went to the University of Florida and finished 3rd and moved our way up in the NCAA rankings because we beat a lot of strong teams, ranked teams,
Mm-hmm.
and finished up in South Carolina at the Dunes Club with another tournament that helped us move up in the rankings. And there we were practicing in the state of Georgia when this all came down, and also realized that morning that we had moved up inside the number to qualify for the national championship. This team is just really special based on what it accomplished over the year, having 9 of the 11 guys never having started, the leadership and how that all moved through, and then gaining what seemed to be a very lofty goal of qualifying for the NCAA. And there we were practicing, and we don't want to forget this team. They were very, very special. What an effort, day in and day out. They gave their heart and soul to be where they were, and to have it shortened like it was, and to have to address the team that afternoon after a qualifying round was a difficult task, and I'm sure it was for every coach involved who had teams really, really pushing across this country.
As a few weeks go by and that situation certainly doesn't get any easier, what's the message to your guys and to your team as now they try to pick things up and move forward?
Well, one thing they need to take heart in is I was so proud of their effort, whether they advanced all the way to the NCAA finals or we got cut short at that time. I couldn't have been more impressed with them and what they had accomplished and their unity as a group. And so what we need to do from this point forward is see if we can make a great effort to keep that piece together. And that's going to be a big challenge because we're away from one another. Golf tournaments this summer, which are our bread and butter, we're not sure if they're going to get played. And let's hope that this virus moves through and the world opens up for all athletes, and they can go get after their sport, after their craft.
Well, certainly echo those sentiments as well, Coach. Appreciate the time. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. You too, Brian. Thank you.